all about supporting the artist. So you could call me on a Sunday morning as a CEO of the company and say, I want to drop in 3 hours, and I'll make sure to facilitate that it's out on Apple Music in 3 hours. So
nah, come on. You can't make sure it's out on Apple Music in 3 hours. Apple Music is playing with how.
Give me a record tonight, and I have it on Apple Music by it's 9:40 right now.
I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one song with Empire to test that.
It's gonna be on Apple, Russ.
I'm gonna do one song with you to.
I'll send you an Apple link in about 30 minutes. Send me a record. So here's the beauty of Empire. It's all the autonomy of TuneCore, but then you have the size and the strength of a major behind you when and if you need it at any given moment. I started off on the artist side, so being able to be in the driver's chair and be like the person that gets to be in charge and make sure that the car doesn't wiggle and the car drives straight is it's definitely like the crown is heavy, but I rock with it, and I feel very fortunate and blessed to be in a position to provide a vehicle of change for artists. So that's why I'm always in the studio. I'm always like hanging out. Like they're not my artists, they're my business partners. You know what I'm saying? So it's a much different. It's a much different breakdown. Like when you're sitting with somebody and you're talking about how do I trademark, how do I do my taxes, how do I develop my LLC infrastructure, how do I hire employees, how do I do a JV? What does that exactly mean? How do I collect my publishing?
Then you got a real deal breakdown to them guys when you say business partners, like for the people on here, like this when it's time to it's real deal business partners. Cause when it's time to drop, you know, some labels will be like, nah, don't drop your album. Even though I had that with Empires, like hold it for some days, I still had times where I have the option where I'm like, nah, now that I'm dropping it.
Yeah.
It's still I drop, it don't be no problem. It don't
That's important though. That's important. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's important. Yeah.
Like so that's another thing that
his input is definitely very valuable to the team. He's very integrated into the way the company works.
Gotta be, man. Gotta be. Like when you're the artist, see, this is what I love about working with people who understand that, look, this is the artist's vision. You're here to facilitate it and push the button on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
that's what's important is when labels start thinking that it's their vision. And it's like, it's not your vision. You know what I'm saying?
See, sometimes as the artist, you gotta be like, all right, Jack, let's not just drop this hard-ass Russ song. Let's do a rollout. You gotta understand that. Now, then
that shit makes sense for sure.
But sometimes, as the artist too, the label not understanding your fans, and it's like, bro, I gotta drop right now. Now,
yeah.
They need something right now.
A lot of that has to do with, are you in tune with the artist that you're working with? Are you in tune with your business partners?
Yeah.
And the analogy that we use internally a lot is I say, look, it's your car. I'm just the GPS. Call on me when you need direction.
Right.
I like that. I like
that. And we really mean it. Like he's seen it firsthand. We allow him to drop record. There's been times when we cut a record on Thursday and on Friday the record is out.
Back to back.
Who y'all use for a distributor? Like on the back?
It's just us. I built the supply chain 11 years ago. So we're direct with every DSP in the world. That's why our collections are faster. Our transparency is better. All of our rates are at the highest possible rates.
Y'all get tier 1 rates?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we're top 10 in the world in market share at this point. So,
market share is just market share. You know, market share is a facade. It's just volume.
It's about, but here's the thing: we've managed to create market share without putting out volume. We've been very careful to put out quality records rather than a lot of records. So, as a distributor, if you look at volume, we're like 1/10 of the size of other distributors in terms of volume. But when you look at all the plaques on the wall and you look at consumption, our consumption is extremely high because we've partnered with artists that we really believe in.
Yeah, I get that. So y'all don't use. There's no like middleman between y'all.
There's no middleman.
There's no Merlin. There's no.
No.
Oh, that's fire, bro. Y'all got just direct
we've
deals
used Merlin. We've used Merlin for a couple of deals, but not for.
It's not like a blanket deal with Empire.
No, not for distribution. We don't use Merlin for distribution. Merlin is an agency that sometimes goes in and facilitates certain relationships. So every once in a while, you'll look at a Merlin deal and you'll say, look, Merlin has like hundreds of labels inside of their consortium. And I'll give you an example. Like there's certain situations where Merlin might have equity in a DSP. If I take the Merlin deal, then I am privy to the equity in the DSP. If I don't take the Merlin deal and I do the direct deal, then I might not get the equity, because the Merlin deal might be a 10-year-old deal prior to me even existing, right?
Yeah.
So we always look at all deals. I mean, we have like 7 lawyers just working all day on behalf of the company. So it's a tremendous undertaking. But when you're able to be direct with all the DSPs and have that full transparency on everything that's occurring from a marketing angle, from a development side, supply chain, reporting, analytics, that's why we're fundamentally so lean, and we're able to move so mean as a company, is because of the access to the information.
That's fine.
The first year I was using InGrooves as my 2009, and then by 2010 I flew to France and went to a conference called MIDEM, which was a big music conference in France where all the executives met every year.
Yeah.
And I just started going by myself every single year, like a fly on the wall, walking around the convention center, and started meeting Amazon and YouTube and all these companies, and I started building relationships, and I finally got some direct deals under my belt in like 2010 and 11, and then I never looked back. So it was a lot of hard work, but it was definitely worth it, because now we're in a position to be able to do things for artists like Jack Boy and Money Man and all the amazing things that we're doing. And it also opened up the landscape for companies like TuneCore and all them to flourish, which empowers artists like yourself. So
that's right around the time I was using TuneCore was 2010, 2011.
I'm a big fan of artist empowerment. So the more platforms and the more options out there, the better.
Yeah, that's fire, man. I respect it. That's hard.
Are you still in your major label deal, or are you fully independent?
Nah, I've been out since last May, something like that. Yeah. So I'm just
So can I do I smell a Russ and Jack Boy tape? I know you fuck with Rec Live. Raj pretty tough. That's my boy.
Oh yeah, Raj is on Empire. That's right. Yeah, man. Yeah, nah,
I smell a Jack Boy and Russ tape
coming, man. Yeah, we're gonna keep cooking. But yeah, man, like I'm just back fully independent, just how it used to be, where I just make a song and upload the shit on TuneCore and rock out, man. And it's like there's not shit that feels better than being able to like pivot and move shit around. Like Jack Boy, like you might make a song tonight and be like, yo, I gotta drop this next week, but then you make a song the next night and you're like, never mind, scratch that shit.
Yeah, fuck that, I want this one.
Yeah, so it's like, but when you're with the major label and you're like, there's all these big ass rollouts and like everything's got to be so fucking planned and shit, and that the situation I was in with Columbia was so rare and so beautiful, because like I said, I had the leverage and I had already kind of built up who I was as an artist, so they allowed me to operate the way I was already without them. So I was able to kind of just, yo, listen, we're about to just flood, we're about to do this, and they were on board. But there was times that they were like, yo, let's try like one song and then wait a couple months and we roll it out, we work it, and I'm like, man, I'm telling you, like, I'll wake up on a Sunday, make a song and be like, this has got to come out now.
Well, I think the beauty of the way Empire does business is we are from top to bottom.
Plus, don't you work close with Atlantic, right?
I used to many years ago, not anymore.
So they don't have any involvement in Empire business?
No, not at all. No, I did a JV with Atlantic for Drum in 2014 for the same exact reasons that you did a JV with Columbia. I didn't have a radio team yet, and I wanted to learn the radio game. So I did a JV with them. It lasted 2 years. It expired, and I was always independent. I just gave them one artist. I gave them Drum.
Fire. Bro, so 3 hours on that, because that's the thing with like Spotify, you can do the time release and it's money, and it never fails. Apple be the shit where it could be up there 2 hours later, 20 minutes later, right on time, early, like I don't know how they figured out how you can fucking walk around and track steps with the Apple Watch, but they can't figure out how to fucking make a song come out on time. They
don't have time releases in their database yet. I don't know why.
Which is crazy.
But I would love to do a release with you. Why don't we make it a Jack Boy and Russ song? There's no clearance issues at Empire. I clear everything for all my artists. We don't block side artist clearances.
Yeah, but you got to clear samples. You got a clearance agent?
Yeah, we have a clearance team. Yeah. We have a clearance team, and I have a whole replay team. If we run into a sample that needs to be replayed, we can replay a sample in like 24 hours.
You got G Coop on standby?
Bro, G Coop live in Oakland. That's my boy.
Yeah, man. I gotta tap in with G Coop. G Coop just be fucking like a maniac, bro.
Bro, G
Maniac.
Coop, that's Rob Mandel. I sold him my Pro Tools system that he's probably still using till now, about 7, 8 years ago.
Yo,
That's my
Jackboy, I
boy.
don't know if you know who G Coop is, but if you ever have a sample that
He's
motherfucker
brilliant,
is
bro.
not clearing, G
Yeah.
Coop will replay that shit
To the
exactly
T.
how it was.
To
Like
the
down
T.
to like the
Bro,
same
this
mic
this
they
boy
used and
was
shit.
replaying like Parliament samples for George Clinton. He's
That's
incredible.
what I'm
He's a
saying.
genius.
Cause
Yeah.
I've had issues where like I had a sample,
Is it maybe still here?
I had some shit go
There's another
fucking
one that we fucked with.
some shit go
Replay guy.
dumb viral. It was like a Beauty and the Beast sample. Like a
Can you
little
replay?
flip of that. And Disney was just flat out like, nah, we're not clearing this shit. So I'm about to fucking
I
hit up
bet you
Disney.
Reese can
Oh,
replay
you had
shit
to
too,
hear
Jack.
from Disney?
Yeah, we had to hit up Disney, and I was like, yo, I'll literally give y'all 100% of everything. And they were like, nah, it's just not on brand. It's like, what?
Oh,
I'll give you the entire song.
I
It's
ain't
on
gonna
They
lie,
don't care.
I had a song like that, like a Martin Luther King song, and I said a cuss
Yeah.
word. It wasn't going for it.
Oh yeah, I tried to sample Al
I
Green one
forgot about
time.
that.
I tried to sample Al Green one time, and we sent it to them to clear it, and they were like, "Nah, you're cursing on the shit," and I was like, "What?" Same
Yeah.
shit with fucking
Can't
Yoko
take-
Ono. Yoko Ono, if on the very off chance you're watching this, I love you. Let me take you out on a date or something, and please clear this song, man. It's a John Lennon Yoko Ono sample. She won't clear because I cursed, and it's like, come on, man.
Nah,
Come on.
everybody,
G Coop, I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna tap in and get him to replay this.
do
Chief
it.
Coop is dope. That's my boy.
Hard, man.
When
Ghazi,
you
man,
call him,
I really respect what you built for real. And Jack
thank you,
Boy,
bro.
bro, for real, just I told you at the video set, man, just stay like locked in. The shit is only
Right.
gonna get filled up with more distractions and more reasons to not be locked in. Like,
Right.
but the reality is, I'm sure and I'm sure people have told you, the shit that made this pop was your work ethic and your music. So if
Right.
you ever if something or someone comes into your life and they're taking you away from the thing that got you here, that's how you know it's not it.
Yeah,
You
it's
feel
not.
me?
It ain't supposed to be that.
Nah, it's never supposed to be that. I don't care how I don't care how bad the chick is or whatever the fuck the situation is. It's like if it's making your work ethic suffer and the music
Real shit.
suffer, that's just gotta
So
go.
I'm naturally like that, and I naturally like even guys. I like to be by myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I like Instagram because I DM you and all that, but when it's time to go to the studio 2-3 months, I'm not even trying to real
Yo,
deal.
this man, I'm honestly, this man's work ethic is unbelievable. Like
Hell
he
yeah.
stays there all night. I love it.
That's good, bro. I'm telling you, man, that's gonna win. That's gonna win
I would
forever.
love,
Jack Boy,
I would love for
Jack Boy,
you to
how
come
old
out
are
here
you?
and see our studio.